What's good, guys? Blind Dave here. Super early edition, still dark outside, zinging on coffee. Well, testing the lighting, so it's overpowering on this side. Whatever, I'm just gonna go with it. Today I want to talk a little bit about Theta and why I went in early. But some of the same reasons why y'all are in. Few others why, well, I know you don't know, so I'll elaborate. But let's see, Theta. So you have, okay, gaming, content creation, like a YouTube, streaming of all different types. I need to reincorporate that later, but dividends, residual income. But let's dive a little deeper. So one of the co-founders of YouTube started Theta. So if there were something to really do well, I think that, I think he's, I think he knows how it works. The rest of the team, that's a dream team, really is. What they're after is just awesome. But I have other things that I plan to touch on in this video. So, you got the right team involved. They know what they want to do. Not a lot is really being said about other things that they're involved in. So, let's dive in a little bit. So, the virtual reality aspect of it. So, this is one big reason why I wanted to get involved in Theta, is because of what virtual reality, the innovations and advancements in technology and what they provide for the blind. So, hence Blind Dave. But, that a lot has already happened for the blind because of virtual reality in assistance. So that's probably the big difference of why I got in versus some of y'all, which I plan to touch on a few other things. So, all right, the content creation bit. So, like YouTube, and they will one day go live with that. I don't know if it already is. I haven't, I just set it up and I run a Guardian Node for now. So the content creation bit, I think that's going to be pretty cool. Like this of YouTube. So, they already know how it works, payouts and whatnot for content. Different things that they will incorporate into that. I guess I need to touch on that first. But, so, let's, anyway. The, as far as the revenue that you're able to generate on a Guardian Node, you're paid for staking. It's based off of the hardware on your computer capabilities, the broadband that you're sharing across the globe for others to stream content where they don't have a good connection, so they don't have good internet, so you're enabling that to be relayed to them that's going to be big for a few different reasons. The content streaming. Okay, Theta partnered with Sony and Samsung. So all the Samsungs or cell phones are now coming with this preloaded with an edge node. So that way you can earn Theta Fuel, which is what I earn on a Guardian node. But we're kind of looking forward a little bit here. So you're able to then earn Theta Fuel or Tfuel through basically an edge node, not a full Guardian node, in order to use those tokens to stream, to watch other content that you want to watch. So think of this in a broader spectrum of pay-per-view back in the day. So let's say that through virtual reality, I want to take part of a Van Halen concert. So I can use the Theta Fuel to then be a part in virtual reality of the Van Halen concert. Or any other things, different 3D interactive things with a headset. Now, I may not get the advantages of that, you will. However, the advancements will trickle down to the blind. But moreover, of the earnings of Theta and Theta Fuel, really, with Sony and Samsung, now think all the televisions produced at the time of this recording, the Samsung and Sony televisions, to then come with, say, a hard drive. Everything, a smart television is already set up for Wi-Fi to run to your router, able to connect and therefore run an edge node on to then earn Theta Fuel, which it does not interfere with your current bandwidth. So it's only of what you don't use. So let's say you have 100 megabits a second upload of your internet, but you're only using 10 from streaming YouTube on your television. So you're able to then basically sell the other 90 megabits a second, just what you don't use. Same thing, you turn the television off at night, you're using 0 megabits a second. So then you're able to sell 100 megabits a second, stream that, or sell that for others to stream. So you're paid for that. Awesome. Brilliant. Well, and same thing on your televisions. So therefore, let's say I want to watch, I don't know, War of the Worlds, whatever, any movie, and say that this hard drive on the television only has a storage space of 128 gigabytes, whatever. What you can then do is, instead of being able to transfer files, think of it as file sharing. Sort of like how Napster began, just don't download Metallica. Some of y'all remember that. Then Bear Share and whatnot. Well, think of this in a similar fashion. So you're able to then share your bandwidth, but you don't have to download such a file to watch an entire movie, however large that file is. It will be file sharing. So basically, you're only having to download certain parts at a time, and other people have other portions of that, so it can then be relayed to you as you need it. So the future of that is going to be awesome, similar to that of like basic attention token, where you are compensated on you being interactive with the software and for the content. A lot of cool things are about to happen. From, how do you say, AI, but not really AI, because I don't really believe in artificial intelligence. It's still just a program. Internet of Things. That's it. IoT. Internet of Things. What was that? IOTA. Whereas, basically, as you need something, say your Amazon account will automatically fill the order, and it's shipped to your house, you get a notification, hey, it's at the front door, thanks. So, anyway, something along that line. A lot of that kind of stuff is going to be wicked, wicked cool. But with Theta, they have so many different moving parts to this. But in the grand scheme of things, it makes sense. And how it's going to work. Now, some of you got into Theta because of woo-woo. And, you know, excuse me. Now, I'm from New Orleans. I know things exist. I've had experiences as a child. I had one thing happen as an adult. I don't share those things publicly. Family knew about it. My grandmother had a little bit of a gift. She would talk to me. She was the one who told me I had, or you, everyone, has the ability to stop whatever you don't want. So you have that control of telling them or it, or I don't know how to encompass it, just to say stop and not now, leave me alone. I'm not interested, or to stop anything from happening. My grandmother taught me that as a child, because it was a little frightening. Not like, I see dead people and shit, but working on a cursing, y'all. Anyway, my father had a dash of a gift. So whereas he saw dreams, I have dreams too, but every once in a while a little deja vu. But anyway, I do know that things outside of our realm or sphere exist, and a lot of people in Theta got involved because, well, what happened with America's #1 psychic coming out. I thought that was awesome and cool. A lot of people dove in thinking that Theta was just going to go to several thousands of dollars. Right off the bat, nothing works like that. If it takes 5 years, I'm cool with it. It takes 10, it doesn't matter to me. I'm in this more for the long haul. The woo-woo bit, I think, would be cool if it does play out. I mean, that would be awesome. But, you know, I intend to use this. I don't intend to just sell and flip and flop and, you know, oh, it's a upside down head and shoulders pattern here, and, you know, it's a, oh my God, it's a descending triangle on a, you know, it's like, look, enough with that. I just bought a bit, bought a little more, bought a little more, bought a little more, set it off to the side, started a pre-Guardian node. Now I run a full Guardian node. I'll go over hardware and whatnot in another video, but, you know, if Michelle White Dove is correct, you know, what would you do with that? I mean, because money doesn't change who you are. It doesn't. I know wealthy people who are miserable. You know, just because you can afford things that you could not then or now, that doesn't change who you are. You still won't be happy. You have to get into yourself first. But you know, okay, like for myself, my degree is in automotive technology, Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society. When I tell you that, okay, the oil that you use in your vehicle, yes, it's good for that. It's good for that amount of miles, you know, for extended life oils, you know, fully synthetics. Okay, yes, the oil is good for that long. The filter is not. Okay? Or say a plumber, you know, he's trying to explain to you the differences of stainless steel versus copper versus galvanized pipe. You know, he's been a plumber for 50 years and you're building your home and he's trying to inform you of what he would do. Now, the dude's been a plumber for 50 years. You might want to heed some of what he's saying. You know what I mean? So when someone is labeled as America's #1, you know, I gotta, you know, I gotta listen to that. But my intentions are to use this for what I want to do. Yes, there are a few moving parts for what I want to do as well. But, you know, if the woo-woo bit works, hey, great, you know. But for those people who just got in for a quick buck, which I don't understand, because where this technology is going, it's beyond the dollar. It really is. It's beyond the pound. It's beyond the euro. It's beyond the real. It's beyond the petro. It's beyond all of these other currencies. What's coming about? Like I said, if it takes 5 years, I'm cool with that. If it takes 10, I'm cool with that. But what's coming about in the next 5 to 10 years is just going to blow everyone's mind. I think we're all in so early where we don't really fully grasp where this is going to go. We have an idea, but I think everyone's just going to be floored. Basically, look at your portfolio now and imagine a 10x from here. So if you got 50 grand in the market, all of a sudden, you know, just say overnight, you got 500 grand. As an idea. Now, what would you do with that? Just go nuts? You know, I don't suggest that. Like I said, I'm in this for the long haul. I intend to use it. And that's just at a 10x. Now, I mean, imagine if you got 50 grand in now and you just 100x. any one of us in crypto, it's not going to be my coin is the superior coin, is going to be linked to all other coins. Yes, it'll be linked to all other coins which survive, but think more interoperability and Internet of Things and interactive technology as a way. A lot of this stuff is going to be wicked cool. But the you know what, I really need to create more of an outline for Theta, because I don't feel that this video does it the justice it deserves. But anyway, just clear my mind of a few thoughts on Theta, and just to kind of set it straight on, a lot of people, they haven't done the research, they haven't figured out what they're after, what they're doing, what's coming about, different interventions that are going to be integrating into what you already have. There's going to come a day where you're not even going to know that you're using it. You're not even going to know that when you swipe your credit card or your debit card, that you're actually using cryptocurrency or blockchain technology. So I'll speak more on that and a few other things later, but just the earning potential. Imagine if what, say, I'm doing now, does it pay the bills? Doesn't pay my monthly expenses? No. I haven't calculated out what I'm earning versus what I pay for internet, or because I would normally be paying for internet anyway. Will it reimburse me for that? Really, the price of Theta already has for many years. The Theta Fuel, same thing, also has, when they had the 5-for-1 offer, if you were early in. But imagine as residual income for the disabled and the blind, for anyone who's involved in Theta, the residual income that you'll have off of this from file sharing and bandwidth sharing and selling of the bandwidth, that could be either part or whole of your retirement. Now, I don't intend to sell all of it. I'm probably just saying the same things over again, but you know what? Whatever. Use your freedom finger. I love some of these other people like Ben, Bitcoin Ben. He's a cool dude. But in other projects that I do for residual income, which I'll touch on some of them, and I know some key people there as well, who I've met, and we'll dive deep on a few other projects, but yeah, I really need to do a outline to present this information a little better to you, a little more oriented. So, but a lot of things are coming. A lot of things are going to change. If you're in now, you're set. Don't worry about it. 5 years from now, other people will be asking you for advice if they're not already. I've had a few We've all had the Thanksgiving dinners where, people are making fun of you. Oh, well, you still doing that Bitcoin thing? That Ethereum. Ethereum? Oh, you mean Ethereum. Anywho, y'all know what I mean. Sometimes it's better to be early than to be a day late. Anyway, y'all be cool. Later.